Hello and welcome back to Not in My Lifetime, the podcast, episode 11. And what a big week it's been again. I say it every week. It's been again. Another big game on Saturday against Fulham, which we'll go into in a bit. And then a mouth-watering, interesting match and preview against Tottenham tonight. But before we carry on with, going into that, let's just say, hi guys. Hey, how you both doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Decent. How about you, Alex?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm all right. Getting over a cold I've had for about 6 months, but if my voice sounds a little bit funny or I sneeze, I'm sorry. I think part of it's hay fever as well, which is a killer.
But yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Let's wasting time. Let's just go in. Before we actually probably start, make sure to like, follow, do all that stuff. YouTube, Twitter, everything. Let's get it all up. Honestly, because we're very close to 200 followers on Twitter and about 600 subscribers on YouTube. We're trying to push this community out there and try and grow a big channel and a big community of people watching us every week. And I'd be really appreciated if you actually join us on that journey. Now, let's start. Fulham on Saturday. It was a very interesting game, wasn't it? I mean, it was. Everyone was bigging up, Fulham was saying, they're going to be a real tough test for us, and all that. It's going to be a real interesting game. And don't get me wrong, I did say before, to you guys last week or something about that Fulham have a decent couple of players like Muniz and that, and players who are really good. But that game was a real indicator of that when we're on it, we're hard to stop.
Yeah,
we are genuinely one of the hardest team to stop in the world when we're on it, and right now we're in the zone. I think that's definitely a big reason. That's why I won that game for. I mean, Gvardiol. We'll start with him. Wow, he has
incredible
really stepped into his own. He's left back, centre back, right back, wherever you play him, he'll do a job. Even if left wing,
striker,
midfield. Yeah, he's the Edison outfield. He's everywhere, man.
Player, isn't he?
Yeah, if we put Edison at striker and Guardiola in goal, we'd be unstoppable.
We would be so. It's just, I'm so pleased for him as well. Like, especially after everyone calling him a flop and all these stupid questions coming out, all these stupid videos coming out of saying he's a flop, overrated. When we all knew, we all sat around, we always wasn't playing incredibly well, but he was still playing consistently at a decent level. Probably an odd game here and there, he was playing pretty well. And recently, he's been really getting to a level of mainstay. He's one of the first teams on the sheet for me now. Like left back, boom, Gvardiol's going there straight away.
He's undroppable right now.
He's absolutely.
He's at that level Rodri's at every game. You know what you're expecting. He's going to put in the shift. He's brilliant.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think he's class. I mean, I thought he was class anyway. Like when we signed him, I was like, we signed a decent player here. Like he's 22, he's coming into us, and he's only going to get better and better and better. And I listen to other podcasts and other people talk City all the time, and they literally kept saying the same thing. Like all the players in training have said, like he is the best young talent that we've ever bought. Not that we've ever had to come through the academy or whatever, because that's obviously Foden, but like in terms of the talent that we've bought, who can improve and get better, he is the best of the best. And like, he's 22 years old. This geezer's only going to get better. So, yeah, let's see where he gets to, because the ceiling is like nowhere near yet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how high he can get, and I'm really enjoying watching him play. I think he's class. I think he was anyway the best signing of the summer, but he's proven it week in, week out. And even when he started, like you could see that he had it, and you could see that he was there, and he was only going to get better, and he was only going to go one way, and that is to get better. He'll be a captain of this club in 10 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not even
I think
maybe 3-4.
He's proving why he's not playing at centre back as well. That guy's too good to just be at centre.
He's versatile, isn't he?
Absolutely.
He's basically playing left wing, isn't he? And he's scoring a lot of goals for us as well. He's wasted at centre back.
Do you know what? He's never scored a goal with his left foot.
I don't think he has a weak foot.
He's a left-footed centre back, playing left back, and he's never scored a goal with his left foot in his career.
But how he took that goal the other day with his right foot, it's just.
It was
That's
a,
not a centre back's finish, that is it?
that was a Haaland
It's a
finish.
striker's
They
finish.
hit that. That was like a Haaland, come shot. In it, I think what it is, right, is that it gives teams like Fulham and even Tottenham tonight as well another issue to deal with, because now they're having to think about Gvardiol as well, and the amount of issues that we've got now in this team. Tactics, how you gonna? I mean, it doesn't matter what you do now. Like, there's gonna be someone causing an issue to someone, and it's all about how you're gonna be able to manage that. I mean, as I said before, most of our losses this season and in previous years have all been down to our own stupidity, our own mistakes, and I feel like it's refreshing to have a defender like him. Like, I know we've got like Ake, Akanji, Walker, players of obviously a high level. Obviously Akanji, this is obviously second year Akanji, but Ake last few years. Diaz obviously on Saturday was also really good on Saturday. Okay, first game back from the illness and brilliant again. And it just shows you like we've got such a plethora of top defenders. Like, remember a couple of years ago we had barely any defenders that were good, like Walker and Laporte maybe. And when Laporte was out, it was like Otamendi, who was out of form, Fernandinho playing a centre back. Like, when you look at how in 3 or 4 years from that,
we don't talk. We forget about that happening.
Yeah, but it shows you how far we've come. Like, we've gone
Yeah.
from that to that, and it shows it. It gets me really excited as well to see how we can improve the midfield going forward and the attack, and it's just it's good. It's good to finally have a solid defensive options again. It's just because we've finally got players that we can sort of rely on, and it's just, and Gvardiol for me has been probably our young player of the year. I'm not saying player of the year. Player of the year, we give that to anyone. I mean, Rodri or Foden, but I think recently, and especially over the whole year, signing the season, I'm young player of the year. I'm giving Gvardiol. He deserves it.
Yeah, I
deserves
can't argue with that. Second half of the season, especially. First half, he was a bit up and down at the first half of the season. That's probably why he wasn't nominated for Young Premier League Player of the Year.
Yeah.
But second half of the year, like, especially the last couple of months, he's been brilliant.
He is a brilliant player. There's no doubt about it. He's a brilliant player, and he gets on with everyone in the squad as well. And he's solid as a rock. He can chip in with a few goals. He can finish, as we've seen numerous times. He can head a ball as well. He can tackle. He's just an all-round defender. He is literally like a Rolls-Royce defender. But like,
I can see him doing the inverted midfield role, like
Yeah.
Stones did. He's
Mentioning
definitely
You're prepping him for
he's got
that.
the physique, the ability. He's very similar to Stones.
Mm.
And if not,
Except he's not made of glass.
yeah, he's not completely injury prone and going to get injured every game, but I think he could be even better. Like, he's got the ability.
Considering you said we didn't need him at the start of the season.
I didn't say we didn't need him. Just we needed a proper left back. We still do.
We still do, yeah.
But Guardiola is doing the job. He's doing an amazing job.
Yeah, he's just coming into his own, isn't he? He's just
considering how good Ake was at left back as well. Guardiola's made it in his own position now.
And the thing is, though, it's like it's been the same for me for years. Like, you could literally take any one defender. I think I said it on this before. Any one defender out of that team, replace them with another, and you haven't weakened the defense at all.
Well, it's like that in the whole squad, isn't it? Like,
to an extent.
Not quite.
Not so much the defense.
Apart from Rodri and De Bruyne and Haaland.
Yeah.
If you put anyone in, they come in, do the same shift, don't they?
Yeah.
You're guaranteed to get a class player doing the same thing.
Yeah. But I think defensively, that is our strongest positions is defense for me. Anyway, we haven't got one defender who's not brilliant.
We've still been leaking goals this season, though, haven't we? Really,
I think that's just the system.
Easy goals that we shouldn't have been conceding.
I think the problem is last season the full centre back system was brilliant.
It
came
had 4 as well, didn't we? It was like it was a set 4.
It came quite late as well.
Exactly. And this season, the 4 haven't been consistent. It's chopped and changed all the time. And one week you'll have a really good defensive display, like against Brighton was fantastic. We were brilliant. Back to front, we were superb. Following week, it's changed. The back four's changed again, and you're like, why just not stick with the same one?
Yeah.
Like, and that was what we did last year. We stuck with the same one, and it was consistent, and it worked. Like, you know my opinion on Akanji. He's probably the weakest of the lot of them, but because he was alongside world-class defenders, it worked, and the balance was right. Whereas this season, to his credit, he's done quite well, but far too often he's been the senior defender because it's been chopped and changed too much. Whereas bringing it back, like last week, we've got your best centre-back in Diaz playing, then Akanji, Ake, who obviously went off injured, and Guardiola. That's probably... And what started Saturday was our best 11. For me, anyway. It just works as that 11. The back four's solid, midfield solid, best striker in the world. He ain't going to get much better. But I think, in terms of the defence, going back to that is our best positions. You haven't got one player there that you'd worry about playing at all.
I'd argue
Anyone in the back four.
Stones belongs in our best team.
It's so tough with Stones. It's so
Stones
tough
and Diaz
with Stones
are the best
because
partnership.
Yes, he probably does, but what use is an injured John Stones? And he's too injured.
It's
I
games
love John Stones. I think he's brilliant, and I think what he does is second to none anywhere. But I just think that he's. I don't know.
What about Company?
Company was
injury prone. Company was amazing.
But it doesn't. But back then we didn't have what we have now, which is every single position is class. Back then it was Vincent Kompany, and the replacement was Otamendi or Mangala.
No, but even if you go back in time and bring Company back into this team, Company walks into the team.
Do you think?
Yeah.
In terms of his leadership, yeah.
And Andy would walk into the team as captain as well.
Oh, damn, he'd be captain.
Mate, him and Diaz at the back. Wow, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
100% he would be captain. There's no doubt in my mind he would. But I'm not so sure he'd be captain last season.
Over Gundogan?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't answer that question.
We haven't had a single captain better than Company.
Oh, we haven't had a more successful one, no doubt about it. But I don't know.
In terms of leadership,
Company,
I think the whole
Company is the best captain we'll ever have.
I think the whole cap situation, I'll say, is I think long term we've got to find someone who's going to be at long term, because I think having one every season isn't really working. We get wins.
Just giving it to a player who's likely to leave at the end of the season. Like,
I'd probably give it to Diaz.
That's not for me.
Diaz should be captain now.
I think
out of the players we've got now,
yeah.
Diaz. It should be Diaz or Rodri.
Yeah.
And then as your backup options, it should be I think Edison should be a shout for it. Definitely.
I don't think so.
And I'm going to throw a name out there, and you're both going to think I'm an idiot, but I have
already
got reasons why. But I think Foden should be a shout as well.
I was about to say Foden, but
I think
in
as a midfielder,
years.
Close. Not quite yet.
A few more years.
Yeah. He's a City fan. He's grown up through City. He knows us more than anybody else in that team. Look, every professional footballer wants to win the game they're playing, right? But surely there's a little bit more for players like Foden than there is someone like Rodri or Diaz, Edison. Foden knows what it means to be a fan of the club and knows what it means to get the club run right. So I just think there's a little bit in there that if we gave Foden the captaincy, he'd go up another level. And that may be my fault.
But it doesn't make someone a good captain, does it?
I guess. I get that.
You still need to be vocal. You still need to be a leader. And Foden's not there yet. Maybe in a few years. But just being passionate and being a supporter doesn't make you a good captain. If anything,
I was a shite leader. I was crap.
If anything, it makes you more weak, because you're so emotionally involved.
Do you think he ever switches off from the fact he's a City fan when he's playing? Do you think that plays a big part?
You could see that in his celebration the other day. He's so in love with this club.
That's
Also,
what I mean. Like
that goal was good as well. By the way, that finish was class. Yeah, especially at a time in the game where it was start of second half, getting really close, but to get that goal at the time as well. I mean, look, the guy will be a captain at some point. I just don't think he'll be. Remember, he's 23, 24 this year. He's still very young. Got so many years ahead of him. At least 10 or 15 years ahead of him. Well, 10 or so years ahead of him. You know what I mean? At minimum in the game. So you've got to be a bit.
Foden left in the World Cup for England.
If that happens, I'm done. Football. At that point, I'll finish.
I think that's with everything then, don't I? So
big up Patrick, the Spurs fan.
How you doing, mate? Okay.
If you haven't already subscribed to Patrick, make sure you do. Obviously, he's a great YouTuber. Another one of a City fan who's doing some good content out there. And while many of them out there actually supported us and backed us as well. Spurs fans on Sky Sports also finally said if Spurs score, they will boo. This game's going to be really weird. It's going to be a weird game, because I don't know. It's a weird one. I'm not nervous, but look, we'll go into that in a bit. But we'll finish off Fulham first. But it's going to be a weird previous one because I don't know how to think about it. But I mean, going back to the Fulham game quickly, I think what impressed me, look, Haaland should have scored. By the way, I'm putting it there right now.
He should have had 2 or 3, I think.
The last 2 games have been Haaland season in a nutshell. 1 minute, 4 goals. Next minute, what are you doing?
I think the problem with Haaland against Fulham, we just weren't getting the ball to him again, were we? The games before that, we were playing to his strengths. This time, he just wasn't involved. So by the time he got that chance, well, he usually buries them, doesn't he? He puts it in the corner. Just put it in the second tier this time instead. But
do you think he didn't expect it?
I think he was just switched off. He's used to not being involved in games, but I think he was just a bit more switched off than usual.
It's just a weird one. He just.
You expect him to bury those, don't you? It's a chance.
You do.
He's had so many of those chances which he's put away.
But when I first saw it,
it's hard, isn't it? Goal scoring isn't easy.
No, God, no, of course not.
It happens to every striker. It's just a blip, isn't it? They miss chances as much as they score chances.
Yeah, definitely. I think, my instant reaction was, he's offside. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And then I watched the replay, and he was well on, and I was like, oh dear.
It was just a shit shot.
Exactly. I text you boys the same thing. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Simple finish. Simple. Just get it, at least get it on target. At least, if
he usually tries to bend it around the keeper, doesn't he? For some reason, he was trying to
smash it in
a bit. Why change what you're good at?
Oh God.
Precisely. Yeah, exactly. And I just think it was just such a weird thing for him to do. He's just totally miscued the whole thing, and to get it in Rose Ed, to be fair to him, is pretty impressive. From about 12 yards out to clear the bar and the side, high, wide, and handsome, they used to say on FIFA years ago. To do that is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't understand how he did that, because he wasn't leaning back either, which is usually what happens when you kick it high. His foot was just really underneath the ball, wasn't it? I don't know how he got it so wrong.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the Fulham game. Going back to I did. I thought that was a really good performance. I thought we just kind of knew exactly what we had to do and did it very well.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, there was a little bit of nervous edge the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, maybe, especially when Traore hit that one across the box. You were thinking,
oh
my God. And then it was a terrible ball. And then we
it's Traore, what do you expect?
And then we run up the field, made it 2-0, and then it was cruise then. You're like, right, okay, no more bollocking about. Just get the job done. And we did very well, I think.
Big up Snow Boys Pod. I mean, a bit of an American City podcast, doing very well at the moment themselves. I was like us, just starting out. Well, I've only been going for a couple more, I think a year or so. I think I'm watching a ton of content last couple of days, but honestly, all support we get is really do appreciate from anyone, City fan, whatever. It's really much appreciated. Shockingly, bad was Haaland's finishing the full match. Did his job, cook Brent Fenders, which great. But yeah, do you know what? I will give that to him. Every time he does play, he does do that well.
Yeah.
Just that I think what we've got to realise as well is that his finishing needs to be talked about as well. As much as we always obviously love it, Erling, we got to be realistic as well. Like the standards he has set from last year, I'm not saying I think he has to be hitting the levels every year now. Like he's that good of a player to do it every year. They should be doing it at least getting above them, at least getting on there. You know what I mean, I'm not saying like 99 goals a year, but the way he is, and how he plays football, we should at least be getting up there towards a high levels of tally. I think this year, was it 41 games, 36 goals is still impressive.
Don't forget he was injured for 2 months as well.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
And
that's the crazy thing about the whole thing.
He's been playing with an injury for quite a long time, like up until a few weeks ago. Like he has been injured quite a lot this season, and he has been playing under pain. So to even get that number of goals that he has got, I think
it's remarkable.
It's a massive achievement.
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
If it was anybody else, people would be talking about how good it is, but because it's Haaland who scored over 50 goals last season,
yeah,
it's a disappointment, but it's still a good achievement.
It was Nunes or Jesus. Imagine the amount of bloody PR I'd be getting.
Do you know what? I think I said this.
Well, Nunes has hit the post 50 times. Does that count?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think I said it last week.
Jesus has had 50 appearances on the bench.
Does
that count?
I'm saying nothing about Jesus. I'm not. I love the guy. I'm not saying anything.
I still have a soft spot for Jesus, but he's not good enough, is he?
No, he's not. Nowhere near.
And even Arteta knows that now.
I think it's. Do you know what? I genuinely think Jesus never lived up to his potential because of his injuries. I think he had. I know it doesn't seem like a big injury, but he had like a broken ankle, broken foot,
I think
or
so,
maybe
yeah.
a broken toe, or something at City quite early on, and he missed a few months. And I think then he had a couple more little niggling injuries during his time at City, and that kind of, for a 19-year-old to get that so early, it really, because when he came, he was fucking amazing, wasn't he?
Oh,
yeah,
he was good when he started, and then
yeah.
I don't know if Pep just slowed him down because we don't know what Jesus' best position is. Still couldn't tell you what his position is.
No, but again,
if we use Jesus in a similar way to how we used Alvarez, we might be talking about him in a better way.
If I told you he had 96 goals for City, people will say differently because of statistics, but I'm going off all goals. Don't care what people say.
He had a good goal-to-game ratio. It was up there.
He did, yeah. He really did.
Context for that, Haaland's 91.
Mm.
In less than 2 years.
It's mental.
No, but you're comparing a freak of a striker in Haaland to...
Yeah, but it's context.
Jesus, who I couldn't tell you where he
contextually,
played.
It's mad. But another thing about Haaland, and this blew my mind when I heard this. This season is the first season in his professional career he has not matched or bettered his expected goals. He scored fucking 36 goals. Like, how can
See what I mean? That's a good season for a striker, but because it's Haaland, it's suddenly a disappointing season.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he's not matched or bettered his expected goals for the first time in his career. He scored 36 goals. His expected goals is 39. And he scored 36.
Hey, there's still time. We've got 3 games left this
It's
season.
ridiculous.
You do it, yeah, could do it, yeah.
It's
We've
ridiculous.
got 3 games and he needs 3 goals.
Yeah.
He could do that tonight.
Big up, Tone. Evening, gents, buzzing here. Bring on 8 p.m. Well, I really hope so. We do well with that, mate. I'm confident, but it's kind of like it's just down to how we perform, how we start. Because again, it's not the ground. It isn't, because if it was, then bloody hell, there's some sort of juju going on there. But it's not the ground. it's our naivety and arrogance to think that we're going to go there and win. You've got to go there and earn that win. And if we go tonight with the mentality of against Fulham and other teams around us, we can get the win tonight quite comfortably. But it's just down to how we play tonight. If we start really
And
well,
it depends if Son turns up as well, doesn't it? It
Well,
usually depends on
even if he
Son.
does, we should beat him anyway. Even if he does.
I totally agree with you both. Yeah, I think we've just got to go for it. Just do what we're good at. Like me and you said, Luke, before we came on, like we've literally just got to do what we're good at. And we're good at attacking. Attack is the best form of defense as well.
Absolutely. It is.
But don't attack too much because it leaves you open, and Spurs are good on the counter
Balance,
attack.
yeah, balance.
As we all know.
Of course.
Like,
but I just, there's just.
For that reason, I think Grealish has to play.
I mean, my brother's a massive Arsenal fan, and he's literally just texted me. It's just gone through on my phone now. Come on, Spurs.
Shameless.
I
Shameless. You would never catch any of us saying, come on. No, not even going to say it. No, not even going to say it. Because
I could never bring myself to support them, even if it meant we won the league. Like
no. Honestly,
I just can't cheer them on. I can't celebrate a goal. Fuck them.
Exactly. No, literally. Like, excuse me. Like, I just think, even you could offer me now the league title or the FA Cup. I'm choosing that FA Cup.
Yeah.
Every time, because it means we
League.
beat them.
League every time.
I've got to beat United. I'm sorry.
League means more.
It does, and you know what the league means to me.
All right, Trent.
You know what the league means to me, right? The league is my favourite. It's my bread and butter. That's the one I want every season more than any.
But
the fact it's United
takes us closer to their league wins. The more leagues we win, the closer we get to breaking their record, and I want to do that.
We will break their record,
Yeah.
but we'll win the league again. And
we'll win the FA Cup again.
But not against them. That's only going to happen a handful of times in my lifetime.
The fact it's never happened before until last season, and now it's happened 2 seasons in a row. It's just
exactly
no.
Exactly, and that's why for me that is the one I would choose every time.
Let's be real here.
I wouldn't throw away the league to beat them in an FA Cup final.
Let's be real here.
Then put up with us winning the league.
Coventry should have won that game anyway. You honestly got away with that game.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm not even having any of that. Oh, United, whatever. Look, that's a game we'll go to next week with the big preview. But obviously, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the way, for today. But it's just, I was trying to thought there.
Coventry.
That's it. Yeah, Coventry. Yeah, that's it. Long day. But no, it's just. I think for me, obviously the priority. I mean, obviously one game at a time. That's the mentality we always got. Tonight's obviously more important than the other 2 games. But I just want to sort of like to be able to beat them twice. Because look, I think next year it will happen again. I think next year
3 Manchester derby finals.
Oh God! Stop!
It's not happened in about 150 years, and now it's 3 years in a row.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
I think I'd rather pull the trigger. To be honest, I mean, the next 2 weeks are going to kill me as a City fan.
Oh God!
Do you know what? I was walking home earlier, and I was thinking, I love this. I love this feeling of like we could either win the league or bottle the lot of it.
I love it when it goes down to the last day.
I love the jeopardy. I love the feeling of this. This is squeaky bum time.
The emotion you go through on final day, the stress, it makes it so much better.
Last season was worse, but the league was done way before. But then my nerves for that FA Cup final, my nerves for that Champions League final were ridiculous.
Oh God! Yeah.
Like, because we had to win them. If we don't win either this year, so what? We've still won a treble. You haven't, so fuck off. And that's literally the way.
Have you ever won a treble?
Exactly. And I just think like I don't know. Like, I love winning the league, but maybe it's slightly arrogant to think if we don't, then I'm not going to cry over it. Not like Arsenal fans will when they inevitably bottle it and we beat Spurs and go on and beat West Ham as well.
So just get back to the match quickly. So big chance. Well, I was about Jesus and Haaland. So big chance to miss by both of them. Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing, though. Haaland scored most of them. Like, even when he's had one of his worst seasons, I think, in his career in terms of finishing, he still puts away 36 in 41 games, which is still ridiculous. No other, like, I mean, is it Kane's got, is it 44 goals? 45?
44 and 44, isn't it?
By the way, it's incredible. I think Harry Kane's been the best striker in the world this season. I'm just going to say it now. I know people say Haaland, but I'm going off stats and play. He has been. I have to give it to him. But I just think with what Haaland's done this season, despite being injured for 3 months, it's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Patrick says that you should accept that he's a winger, not a striker. Yeah, he should. Like, he's not a striker. He's not.
I'm not even sure he's a winger. I can't tell you his best position. Like, same with Alvarez. Alvarez doesn't look great on the wing. Plays better off the striker, I think. Or an attacking midfielder, that sort of position. False nine sort of thing.
I don't know either. I mean, you could play him up front as a number 9.
He'd do the job for you. He's just not a very good lone striker.
No.
If you play him up front with another striker, they'd link up well, I think. But as a winger, as an attacking midfielder, as a striker, I don't think he's good enough at either of them to make it his own.
Yeah, I get that.
Ace on Haaland is absolutely insane. Yeah, honestly, if you look at this after Dortmund, by the way, and even Salzburg is insane. Salzburg is there for what, like 4 or 5 months? And Champions League hat-trick his debut. Like, I watched that whole season back. Him at Salzburg, him at Dortmund. Unbelievable. Like, debut for Dortmund against Augsburg, hat-trick off the bench.
Yeah.
Like,
and again, he did it in the Champions League, didn't he, as well? He came off the bench in the Champions League and scored a hat-trick on his debut. He's just... We drew 0-0 that day. I can remember that. I can't tell you who we were playing. I cannot remember. It was someone like Porto or someone like that. It was maybe even Sporting Lisbon. And we drew 0-0. And it was boring. It was absolute crap. And I just remember I had on my phone the Dortmund game and they just bought this 19-year-old kid on Haaland. And everyone was like, watch this guy. Like, he's come from Salzburg. It's a big move to Dortmund. And he scored a hat-trick in about 10 minutes.
I told my mum that night, I said to her, we watched the pub together, I said, this guy will be at City in 3 or 4 years.
He's stupid. Like that meme really makes me laugh. That meme, that like quote that people say, like, look at me, I'm Erling Haaland, I score goals. Bro. Like,
mate, that was your club, you love it.
It's literally hilarious, but it's so true. Like it like my other half is, as we're made well aware, is a big Wolves fan. Like, she's neutral to all of this.
You're joking.
But literally, like, she says about Haaland the same thing. Like, how can a striker just, like, he literally defines what a striker should be. I don't think
he's the perfect striker.
Yeah. We've not seen a player like
chances, it. But he scores a lot of goals as well.
I don't think we've seen a player like it who scores goals consistently for fun like he does since Alan Shearer.
I honestly,
I could say Kane.
Kane, yeah, maybe, but Kane was
in the first 60 games for a striker, right? He's clear of everyone.
Yeah.
Roy,
well.
Shearer, Kane, Aguero,
yeah.
Clear. This is how insane this guy is.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think people forget how good Aguero was.
Oh, Aguero was next level. Aguero, and I remember saying to you, Dan, at the time, like when it was announced Aguero was going, you said to me, "We have got to get Haaland. He's literally the only one. There's literally no one else we could get to come in." And it took a few years, but eventually we did get him. But
Eventually.
but
And then we win the treble in his first season.
no brainer, isn't it? No brainer.
I still say Aguero over Haaland for
Well,
now.
yeah, I do. I think. Look, the only way I'm saying
fully
Haaland
fit
over
Aguero would have got the
beats
same
record.
record.
Yeah, he would. Look, by the way, he will beat him if he stays here. He'll beat it, 100%. But I think I compare them because they're two different players anyway. They're strikers, but two different players. But even so, it's like 2 years into his time at City. I'm not going to compare.
Aguero was good at doing the unthinkable.
Yeah.
Like, you'd see Aguero pop out. Like, the one game that springs to mind as an example of this is against Chelsea when we beat them 6-0.
Yep.
He literally took the ball from 30 yards out, run about 5 yards, and just hit it top corner. One of the best goals I've ever seen at the Etihad. And I could see it
Even
now.
the QPR goal,
like,
he made that himself.
Oh, that goal was insane.
He could do things that no one else could do with a football.
He was so good at making his own.
Old Trafford run where he ran through all the defence and Ferdinand, I think Vidic as well, and bang, goal.
Yeah,
I think he was De Gea's worst nightmare, wasn't he, Aguero?
And by the way, mates.
Yeah. Atletico.
Best mates, yeah.
But yeah, people forget how good Aguero was at making his own chances.
Yeah.
Haaland doesn't really do that yet. Haaland relies on others to make his chances. But he will get there.
By the way, he's the same age as Aguero was when Aguero joined. He joined here at 21 years old. 21 years already joined.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. And what did he get? 30 goals? Was that Aguero? That was 30th, wasn't it? His 30th goal of the season.
Yeah. He got that in December.
That's not bad for a first season either, is it?
And we never got a full season out of him, really.
No, we never did. No. Sadly
Imagine
not.
Aguero fully fit. Remember when Van Persie never had a fully fit season, did he? Until he went to United.
By the way, I don't care people say.
And then he won United the league that season because they were shit apart from Van Persie.
That was what made Fergie good, though, wasn't it? Fergie could make a shite team good.
Oh, yeah, he could.
Yeah, under threat of violence, wasn't it? He'll throw a hairdryer at your head if you don't do what he wants.
I'll kick a boot at you.
Yeah.
Big up Patrick. Son called my granny African last night. He was asking more juju. Oh, God, I guess I need more. I'm done, honestly. I mean, what else do you really need at this point? You've done it like start of the games, end of the games. Just leave us alone, man. For God's sake.
just leave Son on the bench and give us a break.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? But I've seen off the coach now. He's playing that apparently. Just don't be stupid. Big up Citizens Fancast. They're on Spotify. I'm not sure on YouTube or not, but I know I've been watching and listening to them recently as well. Make sure you're going to have watched and listen to their stuff as well. Great fan cast. I'll say everyone is great. Everyone's opinion on City is always good in my eyes. So make sure you support everyone in the chat, in the view. Just be everyone, man. This is what I like to say. And he says something. I'd love to see Prime Aguero in the squad. So would I.
Yeah.
Prime Aguero and Haaland, mate.
God, imagine those two together. Aguero in Alvarez's role. Just off Haaland. They'd have been. That would have been something.
It's over.
Imagine company Silva and Aguero in our current team.
Silva and De Bruyne right now. Oh, I'd Rodri. I'll be a team and a half, man. I'll be
Company and Diaz, Rodri, Silva, De Bruyne.
Guardiola left back. Oh, mate. Oh, I'll bring it. I want to see it. I want to see that. Alternate universe. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Kolarov left back.
Oh, Guardiola.
Get out.
Yeah. Sticking with a non-traditional left back.
That's how good Kolarov was.
I like Kolarov.
I'm choosing Guardiola.
I don't, but
Kolarov had his good moments. He was a decent free kick taker. He was good at crossing. That's all I'm giving him. Although, when Pep moved him to centre back for a bit, he was okay.
Bloody hell, yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
He was actually, yeah, credit where it's due.
I always liked Kolarov because he won me money once. I was literally I would have only just turned 18, 19 at the time. And he scored a couple of free kicks. And I remember I was sat there in the Etihad. It was before they blocked the betting signals, unless you had like a VPN and shit. But yeah, I was just there and I was on my phone and we got a free kick about 30 yards out. And my dad said to me, he was like, stick some money on it, it's going in. I was like, who's scoring this? He was like, Kolarov, it's going in. So I I'm going to see it now, whacked a $5 on it. Don't gamble responsibly, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put a $5 on it.
We don't encourage gambling on this channel.
Loved him ever since. I only won like 30 quid, but...
Can you remember which game it was?
I have a feeling it was like Sunderland.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yes. Was it the 3-3 draw? Was it
No, it was way earlier in the season than that. It was the other end to me as well.
3-3 against Sunderland.
Oh, God.
Don't take me back to that.
I could tell you it was the first half because it was the opposite end of the ground to me.
By the way, before we carry on, I'm going to say we will be doing season reviews of the actual era of the club being under new ownership. We'll probably start with 2007
since we started existing.
Yeah. So not 1894, no, 2008. All right.
Yeah.
So trust me, after the season's over, we'll be here discussing seasons and reminiscing about certain players, which I'm sure you'll like to enjoy. We'll be here to reminisce, and when we get to certain seasons where we want to just do that to ourselves, well, we'll be there.
I think I could just spend a whole episode on Tevez.
That'll be a fun one.
And
look, again,
we'll do a special one for Yaya just for Alex.
No, I am not getting involved. I was gonna say, right, one of the episodes we will do, because I love doing stuff like this, and I've talked to you boys about it as well, is a controversial City opinions.
I'll do that.
All football.
Your opinion on Yaya is the most controversial opinion of all time.
It probably is. But I am not saying
probably
it.
is. It is.
Like, yeah, we'll
save it for the stream. Save it for the stream. We will be doing it.
Yes.
Tune in over the summer to
not
hear
now.
Alex's
Not now, right? We'll save it for a rainy day. But
people know about it anyway. I get shit for it every day. So
rainy day, summer day, it's the same thing in England, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah. And just to say before we carry on to the Tottenham game, big up to people. We're now at 1,000 active people watching the show right now. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. We really do appreciate it so much. Honestly, this is brilliant. The fact that we started this over a month ago now, was it not for 2 months? 2 months starting this, and we're getting people supporting us. Honestly, it's so appreciated. And if you can, while 1,000 to 2 of you are here right now, please go over to the Twitter page and follow us, please. It'd be much appreciated and get us obviously a few more people in the community. And also go over to the channel on YouTube and subscribe to us. It is appreciated. It really is appreciated. Because the more we do, the more we get more support from it, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all support, lads. Thank you.
More supporters watching us than at the Etihad on Sunday next week.
What?
There's more fans watching us now than will be at the Etihad on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was trying to think then. We're on about that. Big up, Luke. Yes, let's keep it up. Kill the Blues. Big night. Absolutely, Luke. Absolutely, man. And it's going to be a big look. Right now, is when we'll start going to the Tottenham game. Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City at that ground.
You're always guaranteed a game against Tottenham, man.
We always are. And yeah,
never know what to expect.
No.
There's always something dramatic. There's always something sound related. And there's always something VAR related. I hate them.
It's just one of those games, isn't it? It's what I mean. Look, for me, going into this game tonight, I said to Alex beforehand, and I said to you, Danny, as well. It's just about don't be naive. Every time we've come to this ground, apart from the FA Cup game, which we actually learned from, we were naive. Defensively, just went for it too much. Mistakes at the back, cost us a goal. One goal over, because for some reason we just couldn't score. Well, couldn't score. Even recently, is that one goal at this ground still?
One.
One. So we've got to break it at some point. It's got like it's far too too long at this point. This
So
is
we
meant
need our
5.5
own juju,
years.
don't we?
5.5 years since we've scored away at Tottenham.
God. Was that the 4-1 loss?
No,
They at
Mahrez
Wembley then?
scored.
Or was
Wembley,
that at
yeah.
White Hart Lane?
Oh, Wembley. Right, no, White Hart Lane was 4-1 loss, wasn't it?
Yeah,
God.
White Hart Lane the year before was it? So the last time we've actually scored at an official Tottenham stadium in the league was nearly
Wembley.
6 years ago.
Oh,
Worse, mate. This is worse than Anfield. At least Anfield actually got a goal there.
it is worse than on field. We actually score there.
We still don't fucking win though.
Oh,
No, at least we score. If you don't score, you don't win, do you?
well, you draw in Anfield. Big up, Joe. Early goal will be critical for us tonight. Yep, Spurs need to win, and we can make them come after us. We should be able to put a very high line. Exactly.
Yeah.
We've seen that in the last few weeks. If a team opens up against us, we punish them.
However, I'm going to say this though. That's very true, but defensively, we've got to be on it.
Yeah, the counter attack will kill us.
They have injuries to certain players, and fair enough. That is obviously a factor. But let's be real, right? I mean, we've got the players in the defence to deal with this lot. We do, but we have to go this game confident in our ability, but not arrogant enough to think that I'm going to go over there and bat them 5-0. If we do, great, but I'm sure the whole ground we're happy if we win 5-0 tonight. It'll be Poznan's every single stand at my hot lane tonight.
We'll be doing the Poznan at home if we win 5-0.
We'll be doing. Yeah. Trust me, that'll be a scene and a half that happens tonight. But we've got to remember, right? Like, look, Tottenham players are not the fans. Tottenham will want to try their every best to try and get in the Champions League. Look, for me, they won't do it. I think Villa will be. Palace are a good team, but Villa, I think, will get the result, or at least another result. And the thing is, Tottenham will have to defend well and attack well. And I'm thinking, can they really have they learned enough defensively in about 4 days to get better at dealing with us? Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. It is, but it's a lot to think about, a lot to process, a lot to train for in like 3 or 4 days. Where you've just played Burnley, who were relegated, year 1-2-1. Now, again, I'm every single team we should play against, but we've got to think about this very, very carefully tonight. But we can't assume we're going to win like 5-0 tonight. And look, if we do, great. But we've got to just think first goal, get the early goal, get started. Because as soon as we get the goals tonight, look, everyone's focused on Tottenham tonight. Baron. Everyone's like, oh, Tottenham, what's Spurs going to do tonight? But we're like, what about us? We're still here.
No, because people expect us to win, don't they? Like that. If Sky go into a game expecting us to win, they won't get people to watch, will they? They need to hype it up for people to tune in.
I've got the 11 for you if you want it.
Go on.
Ederson, Walker, Akanji, Diaz, Vardiol.
Good.
Rodri, Kovacic, De Bruyne, Foden, Bernardo, Haaland.
Good. Brilliant. That is exactly what I wanted. It is.
Yep. Happy with that.
Look.
That's it.
I want more from the wingers when we had on Fulham against Fulham.
I think that is why
Bernardo and Foden were a bit out of the game.
That's why in the summer we need some wingers. We've got Doku, we've got Savio, Grealish as well, but we need more. We need someone else there who's going to drive, because I think for me at some point next two or so years, a big player in the attack's going to leave. And that's when we'll see what we're going to do. Look, obviously, this summer's obviously not going to happen anyway, but we'll see what happens. But obviously, that's more discussion point down the line. But I think for me, looking at the way we're playing right now with this team, a lot's going to change in the summer. And you can see it how we're playing. You know, not playing Grealish every game. Obviously, he's been ill. Fair enough. But even so, not playing much as he used to. Doku not playing or starting many games now. Is it on the bench all the time now? But playing the odd game here and there. It's a certain system we're playing now, and I'm just like, I'm interested to see what Pep try to do going to the next year? Like, what's the next stage? Because obviously, he's obviously gone back from the 4 centre backs to more now right back and left back again. So is the right back obviously because I think Walker will leave this summer.
I
Walker
think
will.
Walker's going to leave.
I think Frimpong's coming in. Leverkusen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, by the way. I'm not some insider, but I think it's going to be Frimpong. If it does,
I think he would be everybody's dream right back.
Yeah. I think he's
But we'll see. He's got quite a small release clause, hasn't he?
I've heard looking at it already.
We love a release clause, don't we?
Oh, we do.
Cheeky does, yeah. The only way we flipping sign
Cheeky
players.
release clause.
So I reckon all the deals this summer. I think Frimpong's the one I'm looking at, thinking they're probably going to happen quite quickly. If Walker goes, he's in.
Yeah.
Even if we do get a right back, I think we need a backup right back as well.
Because Rico's a good player, but I don't think he's a right back.
Oh, he's not a full back. He's a sort of Kovacic sort of player, I think, in the long run.
Versatility player.
Yeah, box to box midfielder.
Yeah,
I think he does that quite well, but defensively he's not physical enough. Don't think he's quick enough either. I've not seen enough.
The speed is an issue with him, I think.
But in terms of actually keeping the ball and passing, I think he's quite good at that. In the same way Kovacic is good at that.
Yeah. Interesting to see how well Kovacic does tonight against a half decent midfield. He might actually need.
No, but the Kovacic-Rodri duo is really good.
That's what I mean. Like, it'll be interesting to see how
Kovacic is good at holding onto the ball, gives Rodri the freedom to move forward. Like, they do help each other quite well.
What's Tottenham's team tonight?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Have you?
Don't care. We're going to beat them anyway.
Well.
That's confidence, that is.
Look, as I said before, like tonight, the game plan's got to be the same as it's been every other game.
Yeah.
Because everyone tonight is going to be hate watching us. It's going to be watching us. Hope we lose. Hope that the Tottenham curse happens again. Because look, they're desperate for us to lose at this point. They want us to not win the league. Because if we don't win the league, they'll try and banter us for it. Which I think, bloody hell, really? Okay.
Add it to the other charges we don't care about.
I mean, I'll just to be honest with you, if we don't win the league this season, I'll probably just go off Twitter for the whole summer. I'll stream on air. I'm gonna mute all the bloody Arsenal fans. So,
well, the first week of the summer after the football season's finished, I'm off on holiday, so I ain't caring.
Yeah, but I think, look, as I said, tonight it's all about just playing the game, keep it simple, don't overdo it. Look for them, keep it the way it is, don't overdo it. Wait for them to make options because at the end of the day, right, they have to go for us.
Yeah.
If it's a backall game, right, how are they going to do that? Because I'm pretty sure they haven't got any I know Porro's fit, but.
Porro's fit, yeah.
Not quite fully fit though, is he? But most was quite injured.
Did he play the other day? He scored.
He scored.
But apparently got a knock. Apparently, I'm not sure if that's true or not. But I know he got a knock of some kind. But it doesn't matter. Either way, the place is place.
Porro is one of the main threats for them. I think.
Yeah,
he's really good going forward, but I've not seen a lot of him defensively.
Look, it's just as I said before. It's all about just keeping it simple. Don't overdo it. Don't be brash. Don't be. Like last season against Tottenham when Kane scored earlier on, when Rodri gave the ball away cheaply. None of that today. Keep it simple. Just get the ball, get it forward. Because the more you just do that around the back, they'll press you, they'll get the ball off you, score. You've got to be on it today. So I think as well, if we get the early goal, I think straight away that's going to set the actual precedent and also the mood for the entire game. Because the sooner we score, the sooner the atmosphere's going to change. Because I think, right, most Tottenham fans in there will obviously want to win. But I reckon some of them will obviously want to lose. I think it's quite weird because I'm not sure what the actual fraction.
I'm I'm looking forward to it to see what the atmosphere is going to be like because if we get to like 85th minute and we're 2-1 up, normally you get the home fans kind of be like pushing you on, like come on, push forward, push.
Yeah. No, the Spurs fans will be doing the Poznan in the 85th.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing that. I think they're going to be quite reserved and almost a bit like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Sort of like how the QPR fans were when they knew they were staying up, and they knew that we won the league and United didn't. They sort of celebrated it, didn't they?
They did.
And Cisse was celebrating with Nasri, wasn't he?
But do you know what's shameless though? Seeing Arsenal Fan TV do a live watch along wearing white t-shirts. Arsenal Fan TV doing a watch along of their rivals, supporting their rivals.
They were wearing Tottenham.
No, but the person's still there. Why?
They're just idiots.
They're not fans, man. They're not. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous.
Look, I don't mind Robbie. I think he's hilarious, right? But the rest of them, they're just idiots. Idiots. One of them ended up in prison, and the other one doesn't even know what football is. So they are as bad as Goldbridge.
Oh, God,
And you can clip me saying that as well, because I don't care.
In this channel, you'll get unfilled opinions. But that's the way it's going to be, because honestly, people need to realise is that we don't pretend on here. When we're going to, because at the end of the day, right, we have nothing to hide. We will say things as they are. That's the way it should be. But I just look at it, I think, why would you support your rivals? Like, even us on Sunday, when they went to the Swamp, we didn't back United, did we? We're like, I don't give a shit. Like, if Arsenal win 8-0, all right, cool. It's like them not getting battered 8-0. It was 1-0. It was a boring game. One of the worst games I've watched.
It was rubbish, wasn't it?
Life. Awful. Like, it should have been a draw. 1-1. The end.
0-0.
0-0. No one deserved to go that game, but that's the game. But that's one of the worst games I've ever watched. A United Arsenal game. I've watched some big United Arsenal games in the past, some great games, between good teams in the past, but that was the worst I've ever seen. And I just look at it, I think Tottenham tonight. Look, I'm not saying they can't go for it; that they can, but they need to put in a performance that's perfect, all-round perfection.
Yeah.
All we've got to do, as it says just now, don't be naive. The moment you're naive, a game like this, punished.
Yeah.
So as long as we keep that same game plan, we should be okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
But let's just, instead of waffling on more about Arsenal and their shameless fans, let's actually go on to a prediction.
I think you love Arsenal fans, don't you, Luke?
Oh, well, people that follow me are good Arsenal fans. I respect them very, very, very much, and fair enough. It's what it is. They're trying to win a league title, but it's just isn't an Arsenal fan. It's the fans that are shameless, that are clearly doing it for monetary reasons, and not real fans.
I think every club has fans like that.
Oh God, yeah, they do.
Every club has that small group of fans that let them down.
People are
the same way every team has a good set of fans.
I was saying to Alex last night. Someone of being negative, just being really nervous. Like I just look. People go us being negative about City, but I'm sorry, right? You get people who have big followings on Twitter, right? People watching on Twitter anyway, that just pretend that they're so scared. Like, you've seen this team win the trebles. Look, I'm just going to say it to you right now. Football's all about winning, but it doesn't always happen. There will be a season where we win nothing.
Yeah.
And if it happens, all right, dust yourself down, go again next season. Because at the end of the day,
it's happened before, and we won again. Like
1920.
Football's a cycle. Yeah. Look at United, who are winning fuck all at the moment. They've had their turn.
Just got
Chelsea,
look.
they're going through a cycle. Arsenal, they've been going on a cycle for the last 30 years. Liverpool, they've been on and off in a cycle. Like, that's football.
It's
But it's
Sometimes you
football.
win, sometimes
Literally
you don't.
football, yeah. That's the way it goes.
It's football. But yeah, predictions for tonight. I think I'll start with, well, Alex, predictions for tonight.
3-0.
3-0.
That's positive. Or is that to Spurs?
3-0.
Right, by the way,
3-0 either
if
way,
you're
not saying
Spurs,
who for.
it's over at that point. Honestly, I'm not going to hold back.
2-1.
2-1. 2-0. I think it's going to be one of those games that's quite controlled. If there's only goal, I'll be surprised.
I don't think we'll have a clean sheet.
No. 2-1. If we get a clean sheet in this game, the bloody hell, turn a corner.
If
Again.
we get a clean sheet tonight, just give us the title.
Against Son as well.
Exactly.
Stranger things have happened in football.
If we get a clean sheet tonight, I want Arsenal's gold trophy.
Hey, we might get one because if we win 4 in a row.
Mate.
I've seen that
I will be
reported a
shameless.
few times. That
I
if
will
we
be
win
shameless.
4th, we'll
I will
get
be-
a gold trophy.
I want Henry and Wenger to personally hand us their gold trophy if we get a clean sheet tonight.
That's all Arsenal fans have got on us. Yeah, but yours isn't gold. I don't give a shit.
I don't care. They were boring to watch.
Yeah.
That's what people forget. Like, they drew so many games, it wasn't entertaining.
The
No,
fact
they
their
have
current
won.
team has more
This
more
team
wins.
now has won more games than their unbeaten season.
Exactly. Like, we're going through like not a very good period of form this season, and we're still up there to win the league, and it's still better than what the Invincibles have done.
Yeah, I honestly think that's overrated, but that's for a controversial
in
opinion.
terms of winning the league undefeated, brilliant achievement.
Yeah,
but you could get relegated and be undefeated.
Yep,
exactly.
You could draw 38 games and get relegated. Like, I'd rather win the league with 100 points than win the league unbeaten.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll just win all 38 games next season. And
Now, I think, look, I'm not sure if we'll do one more show before the West Ham game. It depends, obviously, how free we are. We'll talk about that, imagine, tomorrow or whatever. But I think we probably should, maybe on a Saturday, so not just do a little, like, hour stream to sort of just discuss the West Ham, because it's a big game in itself, but it's hard to really talk about that game as well, because it's like, I can't think about that game yet. We've got Tottenham coming up, like, this, like, that.
It's too big a game to even predict, because we don't know how tonight's going to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
if we talk about West Ham, we have to assume that we're going to win tonight, and I can't do that.
No. What we'll do is, we'll obviously plan it out between the three of us, and we'll try and do one more stream before the game Sunday, so we get one last chat about the season properly before the West Ham.
Either way, we'll review it next week, won't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Either way, whatever happens, we'll be here next week anyway. But yeah, safe to say we've given 4 goals in West London. Hopefully 4 more tonight in North London. Hopefully 4 more goals. Hopefully tonight will be lovely. And thank you very much, everyone, for watching the actual stream. Almost 1.2k people have watched the stream active at one time. Incredible. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for supporting the show. We will bring more content to you weekly. It will happen. We just got to work things out properly between the 3 of us. It will happen. More shows, more people, more guests coming as well. It will happen. We just got to get things worked out. What will happen next here and there, but it will definitely happen. But thank you so much for watching the show. Make sure to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow and like the posts, and also follow the Twitter page. Honestly, the growth and support has been insane, and all 3 of us here appreciate it so much. But once again, thank you very much for watching the stream, guys, and we'll see you guys either this week or next Tuesday. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Thank you. See ya.